across live to the Dean of Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies and Renmin University of China Professor Wang Wen. Professor, thanks a lot for joining us on the program. First of all, I want to ask you about the economic benefits that regular shipping cargo services along the Northern Sea route could bring to global trade. What do you think?
Well, I think this is a historical global trade event, bringing multiple substantial economic benefits to the Asia-Europe trade system. I think the Northern Sea route has shifted from traditional temporary trial version to standardized line operation, significantly optimizing the efficiency of Asia-Europe trade logistics and effectively reducing trade costs. As you mentioned, that compared to a traditional route, the North Sea route shortened the voyage by 25% to 35%, reducing Asia to Europe transit time by 10 days or 20 days or even 25 days. This significantly reduced the turnover cycle of goods for businesses, decreasing working capital and warehousing costs, and help foreign trade enterprises enhance their export competitiveness. So this will be very beneficial news for cities in Northern Europe, Far East, and Northern Eurasia, and the economic benefits for companies engaged in Asia-Europe trade will be quite direct.
Well, from a geopolitical perspective, what do you think that the development of this Northern Sea route means for the global South and the evolving balance of world commerce?
I think the North Sea route has profound implication for the global South and the global trade landscape. For the global South, the greatest significance of the North Sea route is breaking free from dependence on a single shipping route. And as we all know, in the past, the Asian-Europe trade heavily relied on the Strait of Malacca, the Red Sea, and the Suez Canal. And these routes were vulnerable to geopolitical tension between Europe and the US, wars and piracy and blockades, often passively restricting the export trade of Southeast Asia, South Asia, and Africa. And the new North route provides a safer and shorter alternative, giving a developing country more options in their trade with Europe, resulting in more stable supply chain and lower logistic costs. And for the global trade landscape, the North Sea route has completely broken the single trade route pattern of the past few decades, which rely heavily on the South shaping main line, forming a new trade system with parallel northern and southern routes. So I think in the future, the global trade center of gravity has shifted significantly northward, with the economic standard of Northeast Asia, Northern Europe, and the Russia Arctic region continuously rising. So while the strategic influence of traditional Mediterranean and Middle Eastern shipping routes has relatively declined. So I think overall, the North Sea route not only provide a developing country with opportunity to break through barriers, but also provide a global trade order from Western dominance to a more diversified and balanced new pattern.
Well, at a time when, of course, geopolitical tensions are abnormally high, there's regional conflicts going on, growing uncertainty. I mean, you said that you project the Northern Sea route to become very significant for global trade in the future. How do you think that the trade route itself is going to fare for global trade resilience in the face of issues like this, conflicts like I mentioned?
Yeah, you mentioned a lot. I totally agree. So actually, I think in the future, the North Sea route will be help a lot for the international trade company. And also, I think comprehensively forecast in the coming decades, we have to admit that the Suez Canal will continue to handle the vast majority of freight traffic between Asia and Europe. The North Sea route will not steal the Suez Canal privately value, but rather it will share the high-end, time-sensitive cargo market between East Asia and North Europe. So I think ultimately forming a dual route panel where the south route handle the bulk general cargo, while the north route handle a higher value urgent goods. So as you mentioned that the New Zealand, I think the core value of North Sea route lie in providing an independent strategic backup channel for Euro-Asia trade system, enhancing the resilience of global trade from multiple dimensions.
All right, Professor Wang Wen, Dean at the Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies, Renmin University of China. Thank you very much for joining us on the program.
Thank you.